Joe, you're regarded as the best of all time, the greatest of all time. A lot of it is due to your ability to win and be a four-time Super Bowl champion. Some of that is tied directly to the 49ers and the culture that you guys created. As the gatekeeper of the culture, as the quarterback, what are some of the standards that you learned or that you impress upon others to get the team to consistently play at a high level?
Well, I think Bill, one of the things that Bill, he had us strive for was perfection all the time. He wanted you to be perfect, and no one more so than the quarterback. If you go back and if you watch old footage of whether it was myself, Steve DeBerg, myself, Steve Young, Steve Bono, there's a lot of Steves in there, and then you don't see a lot of guys diving for balls, or on occasion, very rare. He demanded crossing routes 12 inches in front of the numbers. If your guy's running a hook and something where he's coming back and looking at you, you can see where the defender is. I want you to throw the ball to the opposite number to tell him to turn that direction, so he doesn't turn and get hit in the face. And just the little things that made a difference to Bill. And we did that on both sides of the ball. I mean, he demanded that part of it, and in return, the things that he did for the team that really kind of helped was that we were the first team to take pads off. I mean, there for a while we rarely ever put on full pads, even in training camp. Maybe one time for a scrimmage here and there. Most of the time we'd have just shoulder pads, and then the second practice we'd be in just shorts and helmets. And his philosophy was, look, as long as I see you're mentally preparing yourself and you're doing the things you're supposed to do, we'll keep it this way, because I want you healthy on Sunday, not on Wednesday. In the long run, it was, his philosophy was, why do you want to be mediocre? If you strive to be mediocre and you miss, you're not going to be on this team very long. And so his thing was that perfection, and if you miss being perfect, you still can be pretty good.
Joe, I did a project when I was with the Ravens. We went back and we looked at all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and we're trying to find, what's the common trait that they possess, and obviously, all different sizes, arm strengths, athletic ability. But the word that I came up with just looking at all of them was just poise. And when we think of you, that's the first word that comes to mind, was just your poise. How would you describe that? What that is, what poise is?
I think it's concentration and it's preparation. One of the things that Bill also strived was, coming to work prepared every day, not Sunday, right? He wants to see it every day. And for us, back early on, we never had the little earpieces, so we had a lot of plays in our offense, and we'd have 120 some passes in every game plan, 35 plus runs. Every one of those had 2-3 formations, and you had to memorize them all. And you had to memorize what order he wanted them in. And because we would get signaled just to play, and so you had to know. And so it took a lot of preparation every day, all the way, even all the way to Friday night was a big, crazy preparation day for me.